Wake up in the morning, talk to God, what he say? He said, blessing, blessing, blessings coming my way, and I say thank you.
Hi guys, I am so excited to try to help you with honing in on your purpose, whether it's for college or career. I have literally been wanting to do this video since I started YouTube, so I am so excited, and if you stick around till the end, I have a special surprise for you, so definitely stay tuned. I'm really trying to give you all kinds of fun stuff, so definitely stay tuned. But if you're new here, my name's Alex. This is Hope with Alex. I give you faith-based hope for hardships and Bible studies on this channel, and I absolutely love it. I am just so happy doing these. So I'm just so grateful for your guys' support. Thank you so much. And let's get into everything. Okay, so you guys, my whole life, I literally was, well, my whole life since I've been a Christian for 9 years, I was so concerned with doing God's will that it literally gave me so much anxiety because I had so much fear of not walking in the Lord's plan for my life again. And oh, it's so funny how the Lord works, you guys, because I literally changed my college career like the last semester right before I graduated and got a different degree for my master's, and it's just amazing how God has worked in my life. But the point is, and I'm going to go into a little bit of detail of that around the tips, but I think that honestly, you guys, what really matters in life, the older I get, but really the older I get, I've realized that it really is just about loving God and loving your neighbor, and that can be done anywhere, which doesn't really help you because you're like, I want to know my purpose. I'm going to give you tips, don't worry, but I just want to give you a weight off your shoulders that you're not gonna I do believe that maybe God put some of us on this earth to do certain things, of course. The Bible says he has a path for us, all of that. But is that career path? I don't know. You know, it could just be a path. And I think no matter what, we know for sure what the Bible tells us that path should entail is the loving people, being kind, helping the oppressed, taking up the cause of the fatherless, you know, so many other things that we can look at in the Bible that tells us how to live life. So don't be worried if you are gonna be a doctor and you were really called to be an engineer. You know, God can use you wherever you are, is my point. I don't think he can use you any less than if you picked the wrong career choice, okay? But for the sake of this video, obviously I'm going to try to help you hone in on it. I just want to remind you that there are people out there who don't have the option of a career, and it doesn't mean that God is using them any less than if they, you know, had the opportunity to pick a career. You can still be a loving and amazing, beautiful, God-fearing woman or a man in any career. Okay, so just take some pressure off of yourself is what I'm trying to say. Take some pressure off. But let's do the first tip, and the first tip actually comes from God. It comes from God, okay? Listen up, y'all. It comes from God because I'm going to tell you what he told me, and it helped everything, okay? Background really quick was I was a pre-med student. I was at a women's conference. I was about to take the MCAT and then finish up my semester the next semester. So I had just finished my last spring semester. I was at a woman conference, couldn't sleep, started praying to God, felt like God asked me what I'm going to tell you to do. He asked me, what do you care about in life? So that is my first tip, is to write down everything you can possibly think of that you care about in life. And it does not have to have anything tied to a career. I almost don't want you to write anything about a career. I just want you to write down what you're passionate about, and I don't want you to limit it to a career. I just want you to write freely, you guys. Write everything, because that's what I did when God literally, I feel like I had prayed to God so many times in my undergrad, like, God, what do you want me to do? And unfortunately, I never heard anything from him. I really didn't. And in this moment, it's like God spoke to me and he was like, what do you care about in life? And I just told him all of this stuff about business and careers with, you know, helping nonprofits, like all these dreams I've had them even with a doctor. It's just I wanted the money of being a doctor to help pay for my business ideas. And I thought, I'd enjoy being a doctor, whatever. But then God, at the end of all of that, I mentioned all this, and he said, where was physician in all of that? And my heart dropped because I knew so much in that moment, like in my core, I wasn't supposed to be a doctor. And it took like 2 weeks to tell my family. It was really hard. Like, I think they thought I was crazy because I had worked so hard to get to the point that I was at. And I literally knew I was not supposed to be a doctor. And I also felt like God said, it sounds like you need to get a MBA. And I didn't even know what MBA stood for. I knew it was business. I didn't know what it stood for, but I just knew he was right. I needed to go get a business degree. And that's what I did, you guys. Like, I did it, and it was a total faith journey. It was a total faith journey. And a little bit later in the video, I'll share like what has ended up happening from that. But, you guys, I want to encourage you still, like, that part I share, because if you already have a career and you're feeling like this is not what I'm supposed to be doing, then don't worry. It's okay to totally switch the script and do something different. And I know it might not be as easy as it would have been if you'd done this 4 years ago, but I think that, like, if you really have something that you realize you really want to be doing and it's not what you're doing, and if you're able to make the change, then do it. Because you are blessed to have the opportunity to be able to change it. And yes, it might not be easy, but if you can change it, then do it so you can be even more of a light. You can be happier, all of that. If you have the opportunity to do it, do it. So anyways, I want you to write out everything you're passionate about. And then my second tip is to circle the things. And this can be like a week later, you can be praying and thinking, but a week later, whatever, I want you to circle all the things that really speak to you now, like really, really speak to you. I want you to circle all of them, okay? And then my third tip, again, this can be like way spaced out. I want you to see if there's a theme in those items that you circled, in those passions you circled. And obviously for me, like, it was business, and God helped me in a very audible way see it was business. But for you, if you're not audibly hearing God, that's fine, you guys. It's like God waited all that time, all that questioning, and then finally was like, boom, I'm answering you. And there was a purpose for that, you guys, because it was hard for me. Biomed was a hard degree, and it taught me that I was intelligent, I was smart enough, and it taught me how to be a good student, okay? And it was such a blessing to have all those experiences, shadow doctors, watch surgeries, go to the ER. Like, I mean, there were so many things that are priceless. Honestly, I am so grateful for that education. So, don't discourage. Again, like I said, if you're switching careers, like, God can use everything for a purpose. Your time wasn't wasted is what I'm trying to say. So anyways, see if there's a theme. That's my third tip. See if there's a theme in your purpose, okay? And now really quick before I get into the last tips, I just want to say, if you like have your theme and you're like, okay, and that's like as far as you can get here, I just want to encourage you, that's cool. That's enough to go off of it, because I knew my theme was business. I went and got a master's of business administration. That's what it stands for. And I still didn't know what I was supposed to be using this degree for, but I went and got the degree, okay? So I just want to encourage you, even if like you already are in this similar situation, which I would call like the waiting season or like the wilderness season where you're waiting to hear from God, let this be encouragement for you with my story, because I got that degree. And it took 1.5 years after I got that degree to, again, finally really hear from God about my next step, okay? So I just want to encourage you, if all you can get to is a theme, that is good, that is enough, if you pray about it, you really feel like it's the right thing. For example, if it's like medicine, but there's all these obviously different careers you can specifically go into, but if you're in college, then at least okay, I should be studying biology, chemistry, biomed, something like that. Hey, that's better than having no idea what you're doing and just feeling so lost and overwhelmed, okay? So anyways, my fourth tip is to, hopefully this is gonna help you hone in. My fourth tip is to repeat what you did in the first through third step, okay? But now with a career in mind that is based on the theme from your third thing, where you kind of like picked the theme of what your passions are, okay? I want you to take that theme and think of every career that you would enjoy doing. Don't hold back. Don't let the years it takes, strip you away from it. Just write everything down. This is just like writing everything down that you know would go with that theme, okay? So write it all down and then repeat 2 and 3, circle the ones that really speak to you, see if there's a theme, see if there's one that speaks to you even more than all the circled ones, okay? And this is where like a lot of prayer is gonna happen, or you're just gonna circle it and be like, that's it, that's the one, okay? So then boom, you got your career. And I know I'm like saying all of this and it's like, boom, you got your career. You guys remember for me, I never did this exercise. It was all in my head, like praying and stuff, but like that circling and finding the final circle, oh my gosh, okay, that took 1.5 years for me to get to that point. So I just want to also encourage you that these tips are quick and easy and like boom, 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 but really this could be years, you guys, and this could be a long process, or it could be a week or a month, but just be gracious with yourself. And I think it's a good tip to keep revisiting. Even now that I feel like I know the direction I'm going, my path has been winnowed down by God, I still like to check in on my passions and be sure I'm walking in my passions, because now I know for sure what I'm passionate about, which for me is encouraging people, empowering freedom, and fighting for what is right for the glory of God. Boom, those are my passions, okay? But that's broad, you know, obviously I can do that with anything. So I'm constantly being sure that like my career is the right path, like all of that. It's just good to check in with yourself throughout your entire life, because you're always going to have different goals and aspirations, and you can use this tool to kind of help narrow down maybe your next big adventure that you do, investment, or I don't know, hobby, I don't know. Just, you can use this for anything, okay, is what I'm trying to say. But my point is, again, I just want to say one more thing, which is that if you're in that wilderness stage, you know, like I said, it took 1.5 years, but then I figured out what it is, and it's God seriously spoke to me and was just like, you should start a clothing company and donate a large portion of the profits to charity, because that was what everything I said all those years ago at that conference. You know, in the hotel room when I couldn't sleep, I said that I cared about charity ideas and business ideas. And that's where I forgot to mention, I felt like God said, you need to trust me that I will get you the connections and the money to be able to do these business ideas, instead of relying on myself with a medical degree, you know, to be able to pay for these. God was calling me to have faith in Him, that He will provide that for me, and I need to do something that's going to get me to my true passions quicker, you know, because medical school is so much longer than my degree, you know. It actually was a fast track. It was 10 months and I got my master's. So anyways, I'm saying all that because then I felt like God, He really did tell me what my career is going to be. It's going to be this fashion industry, and I love fashion. I love giving back. You know, I'm really passionate about anti-human trafficking and suicide awareness. But I have an MBA, you guys. Like, I don't have a fashion degree. So again, we are at almost 2 years from that moment, you guys. And I am in the 3rd round of prototypes creating an athletic wear clothing line, kind of like couture athletic wear for men and women. But that first year, I had no idea what I was doing. But my point is, God opened up so many doors, like door after door after door, and connection after connection after connection, just like He promised me He would do. And I'm saying all this because I know He can do it for you too. This isn't a one-sided thing. The promises in the Bible are for all of us, okay? But sometimes you just need a little bit of help in settling down and being like, okay, what am I supposed to do? God, speak to me. Let me write this down. Let me think about it. So I hope that these tips, I hope hearing some of my story encourages you in whatever phase of my story you are in, to just keep holding on to faith, keep searching, keep asking, keep praying. Do these journaling exercises and God will help. And if it has to be like me, God will intervene, okay? He will intervene when the time is right, and He will help you, really, really help you and guide you. Okay, so bottom line is what I'm about to say, which is I know all of this can be so stressful and you can feel so overwhelmed, but I wanted to give away a little item to remind you what the bottom line is in all of this, you guys, is that you are loved. You are loved. And this is a decal that you can put on a mirror. And I want you to put it on a mirror, you guys, so that you can just see it and know that you are so loved. Because that really is what matters, is knowing that no matter all of this stuff going on in your life, the confusion, the worry, you are loved God's got you. He's going to take care of you, and he loves you so much. You don't even know how much he loves you. The Bible says it. So I just thought this would be a cute little thing to bless you with, to remind you during your season that you are loved, okay? So this is the giveaway item, and it's just something cute and small. But I think it's going to be a blessing for you during this season, okay? So the way that you can receive this cute decal, which by the way is from Horico Printing, and if you haven't bought a printer, or not a printer, a planner yet this year, I just got their planner. I'm not like affiliate linked or anything to them, but I like love their planner. It helps you for about an hour. It gives you all of these like tips, and like it took me an hour to go through it, like, figuring out where you're at spiritually, financially, relationship wise. It walks you through all these exercises before you even start planning your year, which was just so powerful. So honestly, I would suggest getting their planner if you don't have one yet, especially if you're going through this phase. It could really help encourage you. But this is something cute from them, okay? And the way that you can get it is just subscribe to my channel and like this video, and then just comment below, tell me that you're subscribed and that you liked it. And if you're already subscribed, thank you so much. You are awesome. Just tell me that you are subscribed in the comment section. Okay, and then if you want a bonus entry, then go follow me on Instagram and tell me that you are following me. And if you want another bonus entry, then ask me a question, any question, because I'd love to do a Q&A video where I can answer your questions for you. So go ahead and ask me a question. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for watching this video till the end. I hope that this blesses you. If you win it, then you can just remember that you are so loved by God, and be encouraged that God's got you. He has always got your back and your best interest in mind. Just stay close to him and he will guide you. All right, guys, God bless you, and good luck in your journaling exercise to help narrow down your purpose. You can do it. Bye.
Hoping that my feet won't touch the ground.